Hello and welcome to the Rhythm and Roots Show with Rohan and Al of the Dublin City Rounders, your weekly dose of ragtime, music hall, bluegrass, country blues, early jazz, western swing, and more. We got live sessions and interviews with guests local and around the world, recorded at Beardfire Studio, Dublin, Ireland. Be sure to like Rhythm and Roots on Facebook, catch up with the podcast on Spreaker.com, and don't forget you can become a Rhythm and Roots Patreon patron today. Now enjoy the show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Rhythm and Roots here on Near FM 90.3 on this Friday afternoon. Hope you're keeping well. My name's Rohan. Al is over there. How's it going, Al?
I'm going pretty good. How's it going, Rohan?
Oh, not too bad. Rohan's going good. I was hoping for another word that rhymed with Rohan, but there's not many.
Bowen?
Throwen?
Is that a word? Throwen? That works.
Bowen. Yeah, it's a name.
The Bowen It's also technique. The act of playing an instrument with a bow.
If you're a hillbilly. Bowen. Yes, very good, Al. Excellent. Great start to the program. We've already managed to ramble off onto into a random, non-distinct...
What? It's our weekly segment, things that rhyme with Rohan.
Yes. And we've been here 94 episodes, and we're still coming up with great things that rhyme with Rohan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful show for you today. Later in the program, we've got a really, really wonderful, inspiring, talented artist joining us in the studio. Lauran Beth will be in from, I guess it's about 5 o'clock, about halfway through the show. We're going to have a chat, and then we're going to hear one of Lauran's tunes live. She's amazing. She's got a great YouTube channel. Lauran Beth, do check her out on YouTube. She does some really seriously good covers and original tunes as well, and also she's great on Instagram. As well as that, we've got new music from RUNAH releasing her single today, her new single Strange, which we will hear later in the show. A little bit of Muireann MacDonald, who we had in the studio before, Ciaràn Moran, and of course plenty of great old-timey tunes for you to dig your old-timey teeth into.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made any sense, but I said it anyway. So let's get started with something old-timey. This is a little bit of Wilmer Watts back from 1930s. This has Been on the Job Too Long.
Twinkle, twinkle, electric star, yonder goes Brady on an electric car, making his way to the freedom line. He's gonna kill him a sucker like a bulldog man. Been on the job too long. Brady was a whacker on the telephone wire. Long come Duncan with a shining star. Looked old Brady right through the specs. He says there's no use in talking, Brady, get your check. Been on the job too long. Brady replied and he answered no. Duncan showed him a sight that was never before. Says, now Brady, you're running your race. Old Duncan shot a hole through Brady's chest. Been on the job too long. Brady had a little 25, kill a man about a half a mile. Duncan had a big 44 when he laid old Brady in the barroom door. Thought he'd been on the job too long. Just about 9, horses in the hikes all upon the line. White and the black all gathered around. They're gonna take Mr. Brady to the burying ground. Been on the job too long. Clutch on his arm, said Mr. Devil, well I ain't here long. Devil says, did it just this away? Well, there's never been a sucker here that ever got away. Been on the job too long. Lady
public as we're playing dominoes last night, when all of a sudden in the potman runs with a face just like a kite. What's up, said Brown? Why, you silly old fool, have you seen old Aunt Maria? Aunt Bib blows and the potman cries, the bloomin' but's on fire. On fire, says Brown, what a bit of luck, come along and we shall see. Down in the cellar, if the fire ain't there, we'll have a fair old spree. So we all goes down along with good old Brown, booze we couldn't miss. We hadn't been 10 minutes there when I was just like this, and there was Brown, upside down, mopping up the whiskey off the floor. Booze, 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 and the fireman cried as they got banging in the door. Don't let them in till it's all mopped up, someone said to McIntyre, and we all got blue blind paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire. Old Johnson flew at the port wine cup, and he gave it just a few odd knocks. He then started taking all his pantaloons, likewise his boots and socks. Old Art said, Snoops, if you wonder what you feel, there's a barrel full of 4 ale here. Don't put your trotters in the port wine, Jack, while there's some motel beer. Just then there was such a dreadful crash, off the blooming roof gave way. We got drowned with the fireman's nose, but still we were all gay. We found some stacks and some old tin tacks, shoved ourselves inside. We all got drinking good old Scotch till we were bleary-eyed. And there was Brown, upside down, mopping up the whiskey off the floor. Booze, 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 and the fireman cried as they got banging in the door. Don't let them in till it's all mopped up, someone said to McIntyre, and we all got looped like paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire. We got so drunk we did not know the blooming cellar had caught fire. Poor old Jones had the DT bed and wanted to retire. There's old Nick, said another poor chap, but he's poking up the blooming fire. That's no bogey, it's a fireman, Tom, at least says McIntyre. Let's get out, said a brown-eyed chap, it's getting very dark down here. Don't be a fool, says a tipsy chap, we haven't drank some beer. So we filled our heads and we drank like cats, midst the flames and smoke. I had to take me collar off, I thought that I should choke. And there was Brown, upside down, mopping up the whiskey off the floor. Booze, 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 and the fireman cried as they got banging in the door. Ta-ra-rum, don't let them in till it's all mopped up, someone said to McIntyre, and we all got duped on paralytic drunk when the old dun cow caught fire.
When the old dun cow caught fire there, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful old song from Harry Champion, superstar of the music hall in England back in the 1915 kind of period.
Yeah,
1910s
kind of
to 20s.
I think he started recording around the 1910s.
Yeah, of course. At the dawn of recording, when it became a feasible and popular thing to do. Next
people
up,
stopped making fun of it.
Yeah. It's true. Who was it we were talking about? Sousa or one of those conductors and composers from
a lot of composers actually refused to record because it sounded so bad.
Yes.
And they didn't want people to hear their music all crackly and weird.
And not just that, it was the event of music, because people, obviously prior to recording, songs couldn't just be listened to at any time. You had to go to a fair or a concert or something and enjoy the sound of a room full of people actually performing music. But it's funny to think about a period in history when even the very idea of recorded music was seen as a weird, scary new thing that shouldn't happen. Of course, they hadn't even heard
dubstep.
I was gonna say Gucci Gang, but
yes.
Gucci Gang, yes. Right.
It's just not the same unless it's performed live.
Oh God!
In front of you.
I
think
actually
that'd
got
be
a
worse.
shudder when I imagine sitting in front of Little Poop or Pump or whatever his name is. Anyway. We have some great new music from RUNAH coming up now. RUNAH putting out her record on the 5th of May, 2019. The debut album, is called Strange, and this is the third single to be released ahead of the record, called Strange. Record's called Strange. The song's, it's very...
Yeah.
It's what do they call it? The title track.
Indeed.
So Strange is the name of the song, and there's going to be an amazing music video as well coming out for this a little after now the record itself, which we cannot wait to see and cannot wait to share. So without too much further ado, this is Strange from RUNAH.
What if I know what you thought? And if my laugh isn't easy to catch while I've been swallowing stones? Oh, and you ask me to shrink. Oh, and my bones feel hollow, I think. What if I'm strange colors in my mind, though? I've been losing my head now. Strange colors in my mind. I've been losing my head. Strange colors in my mind, oh. I've been losing my head round the corner. Strange colors in your mind. What if I know what I thought? What if I howl at the moon in the sky and I have my own thoughts? Oh, I will call on the blood in my wound to haunt me, create me, I roam. 'Cause what if I'm a strange woman to your eyes? Oh, you've been losing your head now. A strange woman to your eyes. You've been losing your head. A strange woman to your eyes. Oh, you've been losing your head round the corner. A strange woman, I reside. Oh, mother, convince me the earth is your womb. I will be convinced of heavenly doings, proudly possessing a female divine. Woman, a woman, a woman. What if I'm a strange color in your mind? What if I'm a strange woman in your eyes? I'm a strange, 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 strange woman. Oh, I'm strange, 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 strange colors. Strange colors in our minds, oh. We've been losing our heads now. Strange colors in our minds. We've been losing our heads. Strange colors in our minds, oh. I've been losing my head round the corner. Strange woman, I reside. What if I know what I thought? What if I howl at the moon in the sky and I have my own thoughts?
Sam, you sure do look like you got the miseries. Man, I ain't got no miseries. I'm got the blues. That's what's the matter with me. The birds singing in the trees and the sun am shining. You shouldn't have no blues. I know I shouldn't have them, but I got every known indication of being in that condition.
What's the matter? Did they lock up your bootlegger?
No, it's worse than that. I went home this morning and peeped through the window. That sweet thing of mine had done caught out. So now I got them lovesick blues. I'm in love with a beautiful gal. That's what's the matter with me. I'm in love with a beautiful gal, but she don't care about me. To make her love me, I tried, Lord, I was sad and I cried, but she just refused. And ever since my mama's gone away, I've got them lovesick blues. I got a feeling called a blues since my mama said goodbye. It seems I don't know what to do. All I do is sit and cry. Oh, Lord, the last long day we spent alone. I'm yearning for it, yes. It's a real me, with a kind of loving. I never will forget the way she called me sweet. That it was just a beautiful dream. I hate to think it's all over. I lost my heart at sea. Oh, Lord, I got so used to her somehow. But I know by heart it's like a papa now. It's awful when you're lonesome. You got them lovesick blues. Oh, Lord.
The wonderful Emmett Miller there with his rendition of the Lovesick Blues. I don't know who even wrote the Lovesick Blues.
I'm not sure. I think he was probably the first guy to make it popular.
He was one of the first to do a popular, successful version of the track. Most people, of course, best know it from Hank Williams' 1940s version. Once again, made famous most recently by the yodeling kid in the Walmart Kid or whatever his name was. Who sang it there in cowboy hat and boots. And did they get him up at the what was it? It wasn't the Super Bowl or something. They got him up at some big event.
Yeah, he did a few things. I think he was he on like Ellen or something? Or...
Oh, I think he might have been.
Yeah. He did a few things. I think he made like an album or something.
Yelling on Ellen, yodeling on Ellodeling.
Yep.
That didn't really
almost
work.
Worked.
Yeah, but anyway, gosh, boy, do we digress. Hank Williams, obviously, Lovesick Blues. His version of this song, hugely popular, hugely iconic, especially for its big yodel, but... there was yodeling in it all the way back in the late mid-late 1920s. So there you go, a little bit of yodel history for you. That's another one of our weekly segments.
It's yodel history.
I was actually going to say Al's yodel history.
Yeah, but you're the one who said it.
And the one who yodels.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough of that. Let's have a little listen to some beautiful old Annette Hanshaw. This is Annette Hanshaw with Mean to Me.
Be mean to me, gee, honey, it seems to me you love to see me crying. I don't know why I stay home each night when you say you'll phone. You don't, and I'm left alone, singing the blues and sighing. You treat me coldly each day in the year. You always scold me whenever somebody is near, dear. It must be great fun to be mean to me. You shouldn't, for can't you see what you mean to me? afraid you don't care for me. You never show it, don't let me know it. Everyone says I'm a fool to be pining the whole day through. Why do you act like you do? You're mean to me. Why must you be mean to me? Oh, gee, honey, it seems to me you love to see me crying. Please tell me why I stay at home. Each night when you say you'll phone, you don't, and I'm left alone, just singing the blues and sighing. You treat me coldly each day in the year. You always scold me whenever somebody is near, dear. It must be great fun for you. Can't you see what you're doing to me? Please tell me why you're so mean to me. That's all.
There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. With such power in your smile, sure a stone you'd beguile, so there's never a teardrop should fall. When your sweet lilting laughter's like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be, you should laugh all the while, and all other times smile, and now smile a smile for me. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. For your smile is a part of the love in your heart, and it makes even sunshine more bright. Like the linnet's sweet song crooning all the day long, comes your laughter so tender and light. For the springtime of life is the sweetest of all, there is ne'er a real care or regret. And when springtime is ours, throughout all of youth's hours, let us smile each chance we get. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away.
There's old John McCormack there with classic old song When Irish Eyes Are Smiling, almost as beautiful as when I sang my rendition of that song, or part of that song, during the Chinese New Year festival events there in Dublin with artist Richie Wang as part of her show. Richie Sky, sorry, I should say. Richie Sky, her stage name. And yeah, we slotted part of that wonderful old song into one of the tunes, and I think it went quite well. I'm being facetious, of course. John McCormack, one of the greatest singers of all time. Absolutely beautiful there. We've got time for probably one more tune before we go to an ad break. George Formby Sr. Is probably the lesser known of the George Formbys.
Yeah.
Obviously his
probably not in his day. I think he was pretty big back then, but these days definitely.
Yeah, in the modern age, like you said there, George Formby Sr. obviously was primarily associated with the pre-recorded era in the music hall, and then his son George Formby Jr. Essentially took the mantle and completely recreated his father's act, but for the studio, and also, appearances in film and things like that. So this is George Formby Sr., George Formby's dad, with My Grandfather's Clock.
This is a song about my grandfather. And them that doesn't want to listen, get out at room, please. Because it's only annoyance to me. Now then, lads. My grandfather's clock was a water-belly watch. It could live 90 days without food. With a silk hat on its head and my father's Macintosh, it was dressed up like a Piccadilly dude. It was kept in the hall till the cupboard got too small, and we had no place the food for to stock. So the butter and the eggs and the little mutton legs, we kept them in my grandfather's clock. And the works of the clock through the butter melting in it sent the fingers flying round at 100 miles a minute. And Grandad with a sigh said, I haven't time to die, so I'll put it off until the clock's repaired. It was about best thing as he could do, Very sensible man was my grandfather. He always undressed himself before he got into bed. My grandfather's clock was my mother's perambulator. Round the park in it we used to ride. There was me and Treacle Tommy, Liza and Justice Hawkins.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're all very welcome back to Rhythm and Roots on Near FM, here, Near FM 90.3 on this Friday evening. I guess it would be by now.
Yeah.
I'm asking Alex. He doesn't have a microphone. I don't know why I'm asking Alex. We're in studio today with the amazing Lauran Beth. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks so much for making the big trek. How long did it take you to walk from, where did you come from?
Awfully, so about an hour and a half, I think.
That's a very quick walk.
Car. Oh, yeah.
Well,
We try.
That's an awfully long way. Just destroy everything. Lauran there, just for everyone at home listening, she just kicked the microphone, so if you still can hear,
I'm sorry.
You're absolutely fine. I do it all the time. But yeah, listen, I came across your stuff online a little while ago. You have a really great YouTube channel where you do, obviously, as well as your original material, which is really solid. You do some excellent covers, and also covers that I kind of find fun because I grew up listening to punk and emo and all that stuff, and it's cool to see people. I mean, I was this is a confession now. This has turned into confession now. What's her name? Avril Lavigne.
Oh, love her.
That first album. Oh my god.
Love her.
So like little things like that, little touches like that. I was like, oh, this is cool. Is this girl? You're 16 years of age for those listening at home. And you've got a really cool, wide variety and interest in music, and that really stands out to me. And the other thing that stands out to me, we got to talk about it. Again, if you haven't seen Lauran's videos, she plays left-handed. She plays the ukulele and the guitar and piano now as well.
And the bass guitar.
Oh my God, Lauran! For God's sake, leave some talent for the rest of us, please. But if you want to just describe for people at home, your left arm is, you know, a little special. It's a little different.
Well, I was born without my left hand, so I kind of grew up with just one hand the whole time. So
that's insane. So, and people will be home when they hear the song at the end of this interview, and they're like, "She's playing the ukulele with one hand." So it's amazing. And I was telling you before the interview, you know, I have guitar students and people that I work with, and sometimes, you know, they might be getting a bit frustrated or a bit sick of it or something, and I just wish I'm just going to start opening your YouTubes and be like, listen, it could be harder, okay? There could be other challenges in your life. So it is as well as, like, you know, as well as just being a really good singer, having a really kind of incredibly sweet, strong voice, and you write really good songs, but you've got this added thing of, obviously you've overcome something and you haven't let it stop you or you know, get you down, obviously, which is amazing. So from that perspective, how old were you when you started playing music?
Well, I was about 6 or 7 when I started playing the tin whistle at first, and then I started doing exams in the tin whistle, and then when I was about 11, I think 11 or 12, I started playing the guitar, and I just loved it straight away. So I learnt, my dad taught me the basics of the guitar, and I learnt like the rest myself. And then I taught myself the bass and the ukulele and the piano as well. I just kind of went on a rant and learnt everything at once.
Was it like tuba next or piano accordion or something? I don't know. I wouldn't put anything past you, put it this way. But that's amazing. And of course, you were telling me earlier, your dad, you know, he plays music, he plays guitar, I presume, does he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, it's great to have that positive environment around music when you're growing up.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
And when did you start writing songs? Was it around the same time or was it a bit later? I
think when I was 11 or 12, I tried and didn't work out. Because a little 11-year-old me had nothing to write about. So then when I was 14, I think I wrote my first proper song, which was called Thoughts, I think. And then after that, I was like, this song, you know, it might work if I keep trying, and then just got hooked on it ever since.
Brilliant. And you've a fair few now, because like on the I think one of the things, you know, young songwriters, sometimes it can be tricky to have output, you know, to consistently write these songs, but they seem to be coming to you fairly quickly, because like even when we first got in touch to do this radio show, you sent me on a couple of your songs and I was like, oh, I've got to pick one of these, and then you're like, but I've got more, and I'm like, okay, no, these are great, and then like a week later you wrote another one and put it up, and I was like, well, let's do this one, it's fresh and it's really good. But it's cool that you don't seem to have that kind of that block. They come fairly easily.
Not really. Sometimes I go through little phases, and
don't we all?
I think everyone does, where you're not really sure what to write, but then like a point will come and it'll be a week, and you'll just be writing everything down on the page.
Yeah.
And it'll just come out and hopefully end up well. So.
And if it doesn't, you can always write another one.
Yes.
The thing is, it's from everything like I've heard of your stuff, very, very good. You know, the something else like I was mentioning earlier on, kind of your influences. What was your first interest in music? What was the first artists you liked and bands and things like that? Is it really cringy? You're like smiling over there. What have we got?
Well, Avril Lavigne was the first when I was like, I think it was 10, and like I absolutely was obsessed for years. Well, still am, but
I've seen the poster.
Yeah. And then kind of like 5 Seconds of Summer, and I kind of liked stuff from like Green Day, My Chemical Romance, and then it could go all the way to like 80s pop music.
Brilliant, yeah.
And then like some trad music as well. It's
great,
all over the place.
Yeah.
But I think I like that about music, because sometimes you can't fit music into one genre, so it's really nice to listen to all different kinds of stuff.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And like particularly if you are writing songs, it's you know, in order to consistently have those new references and ideas, you know, if you're a bit too stuck in a certain genre, it can be a bit limiting, you know. But yeah, it definitely comes across, because your songs are fairly varied. Like some of them, like the one we're going to hear later, Pretty Enough, is you know, it's really kind of like the subject matter is still fairly it's a serious issue, and it's very introspective, and it's very cool. But the music, the lyrics, it's a bit of that almost Smiths or Morrissey thing where the lyrics are a little bit sad, but the music is really quite happy, and I think that's a cool juxtaposition. So in terms of live performance and things like that, your mum was telling me you do a bit of busking at the moment. And where would you do that now?
In Galway City sometimes, but then other times I do it like around at home in local towns and stuff. But I try to get to Galway because it's a really good experience, and you get to see all the other buskers and listen to all of them, and there's a lot of influence in Galway, so I try to go there, and it's really good. So
Galway's great. I've it's something I haven't done yet, and it's really on the bucket list. Dublin's busking scene's great, but it can be it's very busy. It can be very intimidating. It can be very competitive sometimes, particularly down Grafton Street, and on a good day, like, it's amazing. But I think from what I've heard anyway, Galway is a little bit more chilled out, a little bit more welcoming, and kind of easy going, really. And I don't think you need a busking permit either, do you? No,
you don't. You can just show up and go wherever you want, really. Yeah. So it's very chill and
so in terms of, like, obviously you're in school. What you're 16? Did you do your leaving? Well, you're leaving your junior cert last year. Or
I did my junior cert last year. I'm in transition year at the minute. So
transition year is all right.
Yeah,
you get a bit of time to to work on your extracurricular stuff. So I suppose do you have ambitions in terms of, like, gigs and things like that, or is it something you're trying to do? I know it's very hard, particularly when you're younger. Like, a lot of gigs are in pubs and venues and stuff like that. Yeah, well, I try to go busking more often and stuff, but I don't really have any, like, gigs or anything. So, well, you did something for the school recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I was in the school talent show, and I was in the musical and everything.
What was the musical? What?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Cowboys everywhere. But
yeah. That's not the end of the world. Could be worse. Maybe they could do, what was that other one? What's the new one? Greatest Showman next.
Oh, yeah. I think they're trying to make that a Broadway show now, I think.
Here I come. Is it not already a Broadway show? You'd think that
I don't know.
They'd take it straight into it.
Yeah, I thought they were. I heard that they were trying to get the rights to make it a on stage play, but I don't think they have yet.
It'd be ideal for it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
It's okay.
Yeah, okay. I think that's the correct response. Because I think, if you're like, oh my God, I love it, it's a little weird. But then at the same time, it's just, because we've seen it, and it's just fun. You know what I mean? If you don't take it too seriously and you don't kind of worry too much about it, or judge it too harshly, it's grand. Then this is the Greatest Showman podcast. You're all very welcome. Sponsored by the Greatest Showman. How did we even get
start bursting out singing? This is me.
Well, listen, we're gonna, speaking of bursting out singing, we'll have a listen to the track we did live in the studio. Really, really fun, to perform with you, and also once again, thank you. For coming to Dublin to do this and to meet up, and hopefully it's not the last time we have you in, and really, really looking forward to seeing you continue to write songs and develop your music and have fun with it, So listen, thanks so much.
Thanks Lauran, for having me. Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Absolute pleasure. And for everyone listening at home, I guess the easiest and best thing to do is find Lauran on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, how do you select your songs? How do you go about that?
I think it's just whatever song I'm really into at the moment, or if I've written a song and I'm kind of proud of it, I'll be like,
brilliant.
Okay. I'll put that one.
Well, it's working. They're great. Do get online. What's the name of the channel? Lauran Beth.
Lauran Beth. Just Lauran Beth.
And you're on Instagram as well, Lauran Beth. So, do you have a Facebook?
No, I don't have a Facebook.
Who needs a Facebook? Do you have a TikTok?
No.
The eye roll was audible.
No.
So yes, do get online, find Lauran Beth on YouTube and Facebook, and check out what this girl is doing. It's absolutely fantastic. And in the meantime, let's have a listen to one of Lauran's songs. Once again, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And for everyone at home, do enjoy Lauran Beth. This is Pretty Enough.
pretty enough, am I strong enough, am I pretty enough for you, for me? Am I pretty enough, am I strong enough, am I pretty enough for you, for me?
Awesome original tune there from Lauran Beth. That was pretty enough. So much fun performing that one with Lauran. Really, really cool song. Do get online on Instagram and YouTube and type in Lauran Beth and catch up with the rest of her stuff, because it is very, 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 very good. And hopefully we'll be having her on the show again sometime in the future. Speaking of people we've had on the show, I guess that's a good enough segue.
Just about, yeah. I mean, until you point it out, but we'll just ignore that.
Ciaràn Moran, of course, it must have been about just under 2 weeks ago. He did his sold-out launch show at the Underground for his debut EP called And I Haven't Even Started Yet. We played a couple of the tunes during the week of the launch. We're going to play another one of the songs off that wonderful, wonderful EP right now. Do get online, find Ciaràn Moran on Spotify. Check out And I Haven't Even Started Yet. Really good eclectic mix of tunes there. Starting to get some really nice reviews in the Irish Music Magazine, among others. So this is Ciaràn Moran with Follow Your Soul from the debut EP And I Haven't Even Started Yet.
How are you now? 'Cause I'm wondering if you're sleeping or if you're even breathing. Have you figured out why you planned on leaving? I never knew just how you were feeling. When I walk down the road and it's cold outside, there's another helpless soul, teary eyes, and I realize, and I know that you're there after all you've done, even though sometimes I was in the wrong, you're gone. Did you follow your soul? Follow your leader and do what you dreamed of? Or did you follow your goals? I know you're looking down on all those who are around you, all those who you want to. No, it's not my choice. I can't tell you what to do, because you left us all too soon. When your little one cries, she shouts and roars to say that he's gonna come with your toys, but she knows. And she sits here waiting for the doorbell ring, waiting for you to come walking in, but she knows. Did you follow your soul? Follow your leader and do what you dream of? Or did you follow your goals?
smiles for the camera, closes the door and just lets everything cave in. Then she starts thinking too much and making changes has a cost. Oh, this one it was just too much, yeah. This one it was just too much, and nothing seems to go her way anymore. And she can't seem to pick herself up off the floor. No, 'cause she's broken a little more, hoping a little less, falling a little further, and she's broken a little more, hoping a little less, falling a little further. And she knows what's coming, pretend she has someone when she has nothing. And she's falling apart, pick up the pieces, put them back in her heart, and she's still holding on to yesterday, because everything and everyone have gone away. Nothing seems to go her way anymore, and she can't seem to pick herself up off the floor. No, 'cause she's broken a little more, hoping a little less, falling a little further, and she's broken a little more, hoping a little less, falling a little further. She's giving in, 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 and she's broken a little more, hoping a little less, falling a little further, a little further.
The fantastic Muireann MacDonald there, only 13 years of age. Can you believe that? Unbelievable talent, and really looking forward to hearing much more of her as the year progresses. So we're going to do a couple more tunes. We've got time for a couple of tunes. So let's start with a little bit of, this is the Carolina Tar Heels with Roll On Daddy Roll On.
Rocky, and I get rocky too. Hard boys. When the road gets rocky, and I get rocky too. Just a doggone rocky that I don't know what to do. Roll on, daddy, roll on. I ain't had no loving since you've been gone. Roll on, daddy, roll on. Women won't leave me alone. Women won't leave me alone. They're always calling me on a doggone telephone. Doggone that thing. Roll on, daddy, roll on. I ain't had no loving since you've been gone. Roll on, daddy, roll on. hot mama by a red hot day. Says, where is your car and your guitar? Roll on, daddy, roll on. I haven't had no loving since you've been gone. Roll on, daddy, roll on.
Roll on, Daddy, roll on there. And it's time for myself and Al to roll on as well, because it has come to the end of yet another episode of Rhythm and Roots here on Near FM 90.3. Do join us next week for more action-packed adventures in the world of the old-timey and some guests and modern stuff too. We don't know what the show's about. We still haven't figured it out.
I mean, we've only been doing it like
94
2
episodes.
years or something.
Yeah, 94 episodes. It's
we'll
a long
work
time.
It out one day.
We'll figure it out. You can figure it out with us, ladies and gentlemen. Well, listen. Hey. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a lovely time, have a lovely evening, and we will catch you again next week. This is Hartman's Heartbreakers with Betty Lou. This is Fetch It On Down to My House, and it's time to say goodnight from Rohan, and Al, take it easy.
Good night.
Nobody home but me. Bang on down, my house, daddy. I need your company. Now ain't good looking, that's understood, but the boys all like me 'cause I do it so good. Now fetch on down, my house, daddy. There ain't nobody home but me. But bang on down to my house, daddy. I'll be home in soon. You got the mattress, I got the spring. Let's put it together, boy, stop shaking our things. Now down to my house,